Hello everyone. One of the really cool things that we got to do while we were staying at the Riviera celebrating my birthday all week long was taking a behind the scenes tour at Epcot. This tour has been on our bucket list for quite a while and we were very excited to finally be able to do it. There is going to be lots of voiceovers in this video because we were doing this tour with lots of other Disney guests and we did not want to disturb their experience by talking into a camera. We're not going to spoil the tour for you, but we do want to tell you a little bit about what we learned, a little bit about what you see during the tour, and whether it's worth it or not. We're excited to show you this, and we hope you're excited to see it. Let's go take a behind the scenes tour at Epcot. So we just checked in for our behind the scenes tour here at the Land Pavilion.
And we got our tour guest badges.
And we're very excited. We've never done this before, and since we're on vacation, we're celebrating my birthday, we wanted to do something special like this, like a behind the scenes kind of tour that we've never done before. And this is one of the cheaper options.
It is.
For the, behind the tours kind of things. I think it was only, do you remember how much it was?
No.
I'll
was it
have
like
to
$80 a person? No.
No, it wasn't that much.
Maybe it was like $40 a person, $80 total.
I think it was 40 something. I will look and I'll put it on the screen so that you know how much it is.
And we can film in there, I asked.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. We thought that we would have to do like a little sit down thing because I didn't think that they were going to let us film in there, but they will, so I'm excited.
So all of you guys and gals will be able to see everything that we see in here.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So we have 15 minutes to just hang around and then we'll start the tour. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about how to go about booking this tour. You do have to book it online. It does have to be paid for in advance, and like I put on the screen, it is $45 per person without any type of annual pass or discount. With the discount, it is $33.15 per person. You're going to check in for the tour in the Land Pavilion downstairs at that little kiosk that's right beside the soaring entrance.
And we have 4 greenhouses here with about 150 different food crops. So from time to time, we get some pests in those greenhouses. There are going to be 3 primary ways of controlling any pests that we might get in there. So first is going to be more of that preventative control, cultural control.
You're going to start out your tour by learning all about bugs. I know, lots of people think bugs are gross, but there are lots of bugs that are beneficial to plants. Here in Florida, we have something called a leaf miner fly that will actually destroy lots of plants, fruits, and vegetables that you're trying to grow. And Epcot cast members use things like ladybugs, mites, and specifically what we're looking at here is the parasitoid wasp and how that rids the plants of pests that are bad for them, like the leaf miner fly. Epcot cast members do this instead of using chemicals and pesticides, which I think is wonderful. And also the parasitoid wasp, they eat only non-living plant material, so they're not going to destroy any type of plants, fruits, or vegetables that are being grown here.
They do lay about 200 eggs total, just one at a time, so they are able to spread those eggs around to a lot of different leaves on the plant, do the maximum amount of damage there. There she is taking a little drink out of some of the juice that comes out of the leaf. This is the leaf miner larva. So when it's in this larva stage, is when it's doing all the damage to the plant. As you see, its mouth is like a tiny little pickaxe. It's just essentially mining these little tunnels all throughout the leaf. So that's those white lines that you saw in those leaves over there.
After seeing a few other things and learning as we went, we came to the greenhouses. There are 4 greenhouses that you get to go into, and each one has its own name. This first one is called Creative. And this is where we got to see and learn all about the vertical growing and also hydroponic growing that go on in Epcot's greenhouses. At the end of the tour, you even get to pick up information on how to grow your own hydroponic grow tank at home if you're interested. That is something that I'm very interested in and may tackle in the future. Who knows? And you also get to meet a very special plant. This is the only plant that you can touch on the tour. This plant's name is Stanley, and he is a mimosa puta. I believe I pronounced that correctly. I am not sure. But when you touch him, he hides his leaves, and he does this to protect himself when it's raining. It was also in this greenhouse where we got to actually eat cucumbers that are harvested here at the greenhouses in Epcot, and it was probably one of my favorite parts. They were so fresh. The next greenhouse is named Production, and in this greenhouse you get to see a lot of the microgreens, a lot of the herbs, some of the vegetables that are grown in the greenhouses that the chefs use in and around Disney World. They use them for restaurants like Garden Grill, Tiffin's in Animal Kingdom, and Chico at Animal Kingdom Lodge. There are lots of varieties of tomato that is grown here in this greenhouse, and this one tree holds the world's record for the most tomatoes grown on one tree. I thought that was pretty interesting. And the lettuce, there are over 27,000 heads of lettuce that are grown in Epcot's greenhouses. That is a lot of lettuce. You could make a lot of salads with that many heads of lettuce. This is some of the cucumber. They actually had a cucumber growing in the shape of a Mickey head, and I thought it was interesting to learn that 30% of the harvest here at the Living with the Land greenhouses is cucumbers. This greenhouse is the third greenhouse we came to, and it's called Temperate. It is the sand-based greenhouse. All of the plants here are grown in sand, and they have a special type of irrigation that they designed especially for this greenhouse. Now, these plants are coffee plants, and I knew that it did take a lot of production to make 1 cup of coffee, but what I didn't know is it takes 80,000 beans, coffee beans, to make just 1 cup of coffee. That is a lot of beans just for 1 cup of coffee. That just blew my mind. Another thing that I really loved learning is that not only are a lot of the fruits and vegetables grown here for us to eat, but they also feed the animals in Animal Kingdom a lot of these fruits and vegetables as well. And that just made my heart so happy. This is the aquaculture section, and I'm sure you've seen this if you have ever ridden Living with the Land, but I learned that 50% of fish eaten in the world is grown by aquaculture, which is pretty interesting. It was also in this section where you actually get to feed the fish, and our guide, whose name was Jenna, by the way, she was absolutely fantastic. She tells you stand back if you don't want to get wet, because those fish went absolutely nuts. And the last greenhouse that you come to is called Tropics. and that's where you see a lot of the banana trees. We got to see some bananas growing up close, which was really cool to see. I've seen bananas hanging from trees, but I've never seen them like when they start to grow. I didn't know that they actually grow underneath the leaves. It's probably really hard to see in this shot, but they're under there. Here's a picture that I took of them. You can see them a little bit better in that picture. This was the last part of our tour where you get to learn about some dried spices. You get to smell a few things like vanilla, cardamom, which has a wonderful scent, and saffron, which is the most expensive spice in the world. And you get to see a Mickey-shaped black pepper tree. We got to have our picture taken in front of it. It is the oldest tree in the greenhouse. It is about 22 years old. Now that we took the behind the scenes tour, it's only fitting that we have to ride Living with the Land.
Yep.
I can't see the screen. I have to keep lifting my sunglasses up. And if you like my sunglasses, I'll leave a link down below. I got them from Amazon. Two come in a pack for like $7. I like to buy them on Amazon because you can just throw them in your bag. You can scratch them up, you can lose them, you can drop them, whatever, and you only spent $7 for glasses.
Yeah.
But I really liked the behind the scenes tour. Did you?
I did. I think it's worth it. If you've never done it before, it's very informative. The tour guide, Jenna, that we had today, really good personality. She really knows her stuff. And I really liked it. I like kind of going behind the scenes and seeing what goes into
all the greenhouses.
Oh yeah.
Growing all the things, the beautiful things.
Yeah. A lot of interesting facts too.
Yeah. And we'll go more in depth with it probably when we get back to the hotel or on a different day, so it's fresh in our minds, because she went over a lot of information, so we want to share some of that information with you guys and just kind of show you some of the behind the scenes tour that we got to do. But we wanted to give you guys an ending, so we hoped you enjoyed coming along for the tour with us.
We enjoyed making the video. Do all the YouTubey things.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
We'll see you in the next one.
Later.
Bye.